Welcome to Games from Folk Tales, a podcast that mixes historical research and tabletop role-playing settings. I'm your host, Timothy Ferguson. This is a little bonus episode culled from the work of William Dean Howells, who was the American consul to Venice in the late 19th century. I'm passing it on to you because I have noticed Ars Magica audiences love few things more than cats doing vaguely supernatural stuff. Before I pass you over to the younger version of myself, I'll just note that when he says that you can tell the English by their Murrays, he's referring to a type of guidebook. I have sometimes been puzzled in Venice to know why churches should keep cats, church mice being proverbially so poor and so little capable of sustaining a cat in good condition, yet I have repeatedly found sleek and portly cats in the churches where they seem to be on terms of perfect understanding with the priests, and to have no quarrel even with the little boys who assist at Mass. There is, for instance, a cat in the sacristy of the Frari, which I have often seen in familiar association with the ecclesiastics there, when they came into his room to robe or disrobe, or warm their hands, numb with supplication, at the great brazier in the middle of the floor. I do not think this cat has the slightest interest in the lovely Madonna of Bellini, which hangs in the sacristy, but I expect him of dreadful knowledge concerning the tombs in the church. I have no doubt he has passed through the open door of Canova's monument, and that he sees some coherence and meaning in Titian's. He has been all over the great mausoleum of the Doge Pizarro, and he knows whether the griffins descend from their perches at the midnight hour to bite the naked knees of the ragged black caryatides. This profound and awful animal I take to be a blood relation of the cat in the church of San Giovanni at Paolo, who sleeps like a Christian during divine service, and loves a certain glorious bed on top of a bench, when the sun strikes upon him through the great painted window, and dapples his tawny coat with lovely purples and crimsons. The church cats are apparently the friends of the sacristans, with whom their amity is maintained, probably by entire cession of the spoils of visitors. In these, therefore, they seldom take any interest, merely opening a lazy eye now and then to wink at the sacristans as they drag the deluded strangers from altar to altar, with the intense enjoyment of the absurdity and a wicked satisfaction in the incredible stories rehearsed. I fancy, being Italian cats, they feel something like a national antipathy towards those troops of German tourists who always seek the Sehenswürdigkeiten in companies of 10 or 20, the men wearing their beards and the women their hoops and hats, to look as much like English people as possible, while their valet marshals them forward with a stream of guttural information, unbroken by a single punctuation point. These wise cats know the real English by their Murrays, and I think they make a shrewd guess at the nationality of us Americans by the speed with which we pass from one thing to another, and by our national ignorance of all languages but English. They must also hear us vaunt the superiority of our own land in unpleasant comparisons, and I do not think they believe us, or like us, for our boastings. The French tourist they distinguish by his evident scepticism concerning his own wisdom in quitting Paris for the present purpose, and the travelling Italian by his attention to his badly dressed handsome wife, with whom he is now making his wedding trip. Your saga may vary.